How about that? Packing in a lot of great stories for you here in the 6 a.m. hour on this Thursday. So glad you're with us. I'm Eric Connors.
And I'm Vanessa Paz. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. Let's go ahead and toss it over to the wonderful meteorologist Evan Arani with a look at your forecast. We want good news, aka cool down in store.
We are getting a cool down. We will drop by a handful of degrees between now and the weekend. We'll also increase in cloud cover, but it does seem like even through the weekend with this cool down, we will still stay a few degrees above average. For instance, today, while we're not exactly in the mid and upper 80s like we made it to yesterday, we're still in the low 80s, which is still above average. Out by the coastline, average would be about 65. We're going for 74. So that cool down essentially begins today, but it's a day of transition. Here's what temperatures are like out the door right now. Widespread 40s and 50s, but there are some 30s like in Ramona at 38. Coming up, we'll talk about how that cool down affects the weekend weather and about that cloud cover that could be coming our way. Back to you.
New this morning, a bicyclist is dead after being hit by a car in Rancho Penasquitos. This happened around 5:30 yesterday near Salmon River Road and Pepillo Street. San Diego police just confirming with us that the victim was a 60-year-old man. The driver, a 51-year-old woman, told police she did not see the bicyclist. They are cooperating with investigators. Alcohol or drugs are not a factor in the crash.
Today, 2 separate meetings will be held to discuss the ongoing sewage crisis near the border.
Yeah, this first meeting is being held here in just a couple of hours in La Jolla. That's where we find CBS 8's Regina Yerita. Regina, what is the plan here today?
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, there are 2 different meetings taking place, one in just a couple of hours. And I want to start with that one just because San Diego lawmakers are really turning their attention to the cross-border pollution happening in the South Bay. So this is a joint legislative hearing set for this morning, bringing state senators and assembly members together to examine the ongoing environmental hazards tied to the Tijuana River. The hearing will be held at the Scripps Seaside Forum. Senate Environmental Quality Committee Chair Catherine Blake, she'll be joined by members of the Assembly Environmental Safety and Toxic Materials Committee. The hearing will then follow a guided tour of a known pollution hotspot. This comes as South Bay residents say foul odors and polluted air continue to drift across the border. Earlier this week, county officials took a small step toward relief. The San Diego County Air Pollution Control District gave out 200 air purifiers on Monday, part of an effort to help communities dealing with persistent air quality issues linked to the cross-border sewage. Paloma Aguirre, who previously served as mayor of Imperial Beach, she's pushing to expand the program from 1 unit per household to 4. So the Air Pollution Control District will study the cost and present its findings at today's board meeting. That hearing is scheduled for 2 p.m. at the county building. They will also discuss some of the findings they have come across during their feasibility study. So back out here, again, that is scheduled for 2 p.m. and it will take place at the county admin in just a couple of hours here. There will be another hearing at 9 a.m. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Regina. Well, this morning, San Diego police are investigating a shooting in Lakeside where a sheriff's deputy fired his weapon but didn't hit anyone, thankfully. Now, it began as a welfare check around 10:30 yesterday morning on Briette Place. Deputies say the suspect told them he had a handgun. Investigators say the man reached for his waistband, prompting a deputy to fire his gun. The shot missed the man and deputies took him into custody. The suspect was evaluated at a hospital and it's still unclear if he was actually armed. This morning, a student at San Ysidro High School is recovering after police say she was stabbed by another student. It's a really scary situation here. Investigators say a boy walked into a classroom yesterday morning and stabbed a girl multiple times before running away. We're told the girl's injuries are non-life-threatening, but students, understandably, were shaken up.
This is so normalized, like all throughout America, not just in California. Like it's so normalized. Like, oh, it makes me so mad. Oh, because like it's stripping kids of their innocence, and I don't think that's okay.
That's such a scary situation. Officers found the boy on campus almost 2 hours after the attack and took him into custody. Motive remains unclear.
Well, this morning, some state lawmakers are warning gas prices could rise if California continues to rely on foreign oil.
That's because 2 major refineries are set to close down. CBS 8's Chris Groh is live in Kearney Mesa with everything that we're learning this morning. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. And these 2 lawmakers, again, are saying that we could see a dramatic rise in prices after these refineries shut down. because of the work that they do, and the amount of oil that will then no longer be available. Take a listen to what both had to say.
Wait a minute. If refineries keep shutting down, what does that do to all of the bases?
These refineries make jet fuel and diesel and gasoline for our military.
And that's Republican lawmakers on the federal and state side. You have Assemblymember Stan Ellis and Congressman Vince Fong, both sounding the alarm, both out of Bakersfield, saying the imminent closure of two major California refineries, Valero in the Bay Area city of Benicia and Phillips 66 in Los Angeles, that they are worried that this could reduce the state's refining capacity by nearly 20%. In turn, they would see gas prices go up. But then also they believe that there would be a hit on the supply for military bases here in California, as well as Nevada and in Arizona. Now, we also spoke with an expert that works within the energy area, petroleum professional Mike Oriza, who actually co-authored a report with Republican Stan Ellis and about California's energy independence. Here's a little of what he had to say.
Anticipating our prices being higher than Southern California, and these prices going to be anywhere from I'm thinking as high as $10 or $12 a gallon.
Now, we also heard from California Governor Gavin Newsom, who again said that they have done a lot of work, including bipartisan bills that have been passed about California energy, as well as opening up new leases for potential drilling as well, too. You can read more by going to CBS 8 and clicking on that story link. Eric and Vanessa.
Chris, thanks for the update there. Today in the Senate, votes on dueling health bills. COVID-era healthcare subsidies are set to expire here at the end of the year, and prices are expected to skyrocket if nothing's done. Well, the Democrat-backed proposal would extend those subsidies for 3 years. Meanwhile, the GOP bill would expand health savings accounts, but would not extend the subsidies. Both bills are expected to fall short of the 60-vote threshold to pass. Also new this morning here, the Trump administration is expanding its militarized zone at the border, including part of San Diego. The Department of Interior says it is giving the Navy control over about 760 acres worth of public lands. This includes the area from the Arizona state line to the Otay Mountain Wilderness here. This is to support border security operations. Over 7,000 troops have been sent to the border since April. Are you ready for this? Time magazine just announced its Person of the Year. Time says 2025 was the year when artificial intelligence's full potential roared into view, and when it became clear there would be no turning back. It says, quote, for delivering the age of thinking machines, for wowing and worrying humanity, for transforming the present and transcending the possible, the architects of AI are Time's 2025 Person of the Year. So there they are, on the beam there, an image likely created using AI. So what do you think? What do we think?
Lots of opinions about this one, but
it's part of our daily lives
it
now.
is part of our daily lives. We use it,
right?
You know, so I think that it's very telling of the future.
Our kids are using it to
yeah.
help in their studies the right way.
Yeah.
I'm just devastated that we were passed up for another year.
The CBS 8 Mornings
I thought
team.
you were going to say you were devastated Taylor Swift.
Oh,
No, I think she
well,
did. She get
Okay.
it?
She's got it.
Yeah, I think she's got it. She's had more than enough of the awards, so I'm okay with just dampening that down a bit. But I think that it was a big year for AI, the architects of it. So whether you like it or not, it's here to stay. Take a live look outside. This is Mount San Miguel looking south. So we've got the sunrise off toward the left-hand side and some of the city lights off toward the right. Sunrise technically is at 6:41, but it's the gorgeous twilight phase ahead of it that we're seeing. 84 degrees this afternoon in Santee and El Cajon, 79 in La Mesa, 66 for La Jolla. We are starting that cool down as onshore flow resumes. So as that cool, moist air from the ocean starts to drift onshore, we'll notice that coastal temperatures cool down. Inland valleys, mountains, they're still in the warmer than average range, but we across the board are cooler than we were just the last about 3 days or so. One way that you can notice that is in terms of our wind direction. This is still that easterly component, winds coming out of the east. By the time we get to about midday, we'll start to see those arrows shift back onshore. That's the sea breeze, the more mild conditions, the marine layer, as we call it. A lot of names for it. Julian, we'll see that wind speeds get up to about 10 or so miles per hour, maybe 15 in terms of your sustained speeds. Gusts maybe up to 20, still calmer than we were for the last couple days. Right now, we've got clouds increasing. That slight cool down for the days ahead. Record breakers we saw yesterday and on Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday were both record-breaking days. And more mild weekend ahead as those temperatures continue to cool, but a gorgeous start to the morning and enjoy the sunshine. Let's take a look at how things are faring as far as traffic goes this morning. So far out on our roads, this is the northbound 5 just north of Old Town Avenue. It's really quiet out there. Not only is volume really light on those northbound lanes, southbound lanes are looking smooth too, but we also don't have much in terms of crashes or collisions. This is our traffic map here. We have one spot that we can take you to, and that is not even on the freeway itself. It's on a surface street. So we've got Dwight Street where near Central Avenue, there's a crash that was just reported. It's right off the freeway, so CHP looks like they are on scene. However, looks like it should be able to be cleared relatively quickly. No injuries reported with it, so we'll keep you up to date on what those roads look like. But for now, pretty good out there. Let's take a look at border wait times. 95-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry, just over about an hour and a half. Otay Mesa Port of Entry should take you just about an hour to get across.